Hey guys, welcome back to Mondays at the Museum. I'm Carrie and I'm here at the Anna Bemis Palmer Museum in York, Nebraska. And yes, I did miss last week's episode, which means you're getting a 2-for-1. You're going to get 2 sections covered in this video, starting with the twist and shout section and then moving on to the and so it goes area. And yes, these two do go together. Okay, jumping right in. Okay, so the twist and shout section isn't very large. It's actually just these 3 items. And again, this is part of our Analog Anthology display. And they actually go together in this order. So starting with, so this is a wool carder. You can see it's got like a wooden board here. And then there's a brush up here and a roller. And what they would do is, this was pretty popular in the 1800s. They would use this tool to prepare wool fibers. It kind of like separates and cleans them in the brush there. And then they are ready to be made into yarn, which means they then head to the spinning wheel. Again, from the 1800s, this one belonged to Imogene Paris. So you rotated the wheel with either your foot or your hand, and then it twisted the fibers into a strong yarn. And then you took your yarn to this yarn winder. Again, in the 1800s, although they used them all the way until the 1920s, this is what you took your already spun yarn and you spun it into manageable skeins, and then you could use it for crafts or other projects. These were really popular before mass-produced yarn was available. And then moving on to our And So It Goes section, this is actually the whole reason for the Analog Anthology display. And that's because a lot of people asked me about what kind of sewing machines we had in conjunction to that fashion display. And it just made sense to jump right into technology since it was such a 180 from fashion. So, starting with sewing patterns. And when I tell you I have about 200 of these downstairs, I am not overestimating. Although I do really love the costume ones in conjunction with, spooky season. We're in October now. So if you wanted to be a giant Reese's or a giant Hershey's bar, I've got you. I've got the pattern. You're welcome to flip through that. On the top here is a wooden mangle for ironing. I thought it was like for sure, laundry, but no, it's actually for ironing clothes. It was handmade in Russia and brought to Henderson, Nebraska in 1883 by the Steingards. We also got a collection of wooden spools, which I'm sure you've seen in your own house. The sewing bird to hold your thread. A couple of different button holders and containers there. And then, of course, all of the sewing machines, and they are laid out in chronological order. So we're going to start with this one here. It is a Florence sewing machine. It was purchased by Mrs. George Beck in Illinois in 1867 for $90, and then it was then brought to York in 1871. You can read this handwritten description here. It says the cost of the machine was $90. The cabinet work is rosewood, and the legs are Louis the 15th style and are hand decorated. And it talks about their childhood. Really cool details in there with the lid down here at the bottom. Next up, we got this Wheeler and Wilson sewing machine. It was brought to York in 1874. Got the drawers there on the left still. Next up is this domestic sewing machine, and this actually has the plate on it with the serial number and everything, but you can see the last date on there is 1876. Next up, we have a Wheeler and Wilson sewing machine. So this was purchased in the 1880s by Mr. and Mrs. Whitemore of McCool Junction, but the plate on here does have the number, and it says 1873. Then we have the Singer box head sewing machine. It's circa 1885. I don't have an exact year on it, but it was actually donated to the museum from the York Sewing Machine Company, which I thought was cool. After that, you have this larger Singer. It's a treadle, meaning it was operated by foot pedal machine. It's a red-eye model. It says circa 1915. It does have a plate on here, though, and the last date is from 1910. Next up, we have this home-built one. This one's my favorite. It's another Singer. It's a hem stitcher. So it's circa 1915. It actually was used by a lady named Lena Tavelin. She worked for the John Olson Cleaners and Tailor Shop here in town, and they modified it just for her. You can see a lot of different modifications. Very like a home-built table kind of a thing. And then the most recent machine I have is this one from the 1920s. It is a Franklin. sewing machine. Again, got the foot pedal down there. And then, of course, we have our 2 portable ones that come with these cases. The one on the left here is a free Westinghouse sewing machine. It even has the instruction booklet and the pedal there. And there's the case on that one. And then we have this one, which is a Singer. And again, looks like a home-built job to turn it into a portable one, but does have a case as well and the pedal there. So there you have it, 2 of our sections. If you want to take a look in person, swing by during open hours. We're open Tuesdays through Fridays from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Next up for the museum is actually a scavenger hunt. We're really excited about this. It's got 3 levels of difficulty, so it's for families, it's for teens, it's for adults, anybody up for a challenge, anybody that wants the bragging rights, although there are prizes involved. But it's a free program. It's on Sunday, October 26th from 1 to 3. It's a come and go program. It takes probably about a half an hour to complete the hunt. And there is prizes at the end. Like I said, you can race your friends, you can come on your own, whatever you want. So again, Sunday, October 26th from 1 to 3, 3 levels of clues. We hope to see you there.